Hello artists, and welcome back to another week of elementary art. Thank you to those of you who are working remotely and sent me work from last week's Dr. Seuss drawing project, and those of you who described your work in the discussion forums last week. The drawings are looking totally fantastic, and I'm really glad to be able to see your work even though we aren't working together in the same space. And speaking of last week, we looked at an artist who writes fictional stories before making our own artwork. This week, we're going to be looking at the real world before making our own art. Because many of us are relying on technology in our daily lives, I thought it would be fun to learn a little bit about robots for this week's art project. Now, to learn a little bit about the science behind robots, I would like you to watch this great video that I found on YouTube. If you're watching this video from the Google Drive or OneDrive links, the video will be shown right here in this video. If you're watching on YouTube, I've included a separate link to the video in this week's art folder. So let's go ahead, check it out, and learn a little bit of science before making our artwork for this week. Alright, so your assignment this week is to use the robots from the video as your inspiration, or as your starting point for your idea for coming up with your own robot. So I want you to make up a robot that does a certain job. So first think about what kind of job you would like your robot to have. For example, if your robot is the type of robot that goes underwater and helps to fix ships, how can you draw a robot that does that? What would that kind of robot need? Would it need a propeller, or maybe it has flippers like some sort of fish to help it swim? Think of a way that you can show a robot that's able to swim if you have a robot that goes underwater for a job. Or if your robot's job is to help you do your homework, what would the robot need in order to help you do that job? In order to help it do that job to help you do your homework. So think about what your robot's job is. Think about what you would need to draw on your robot in order to show what its job is and how it does that job. Alright, so let's look at some more examples. This time there'll be drawings that I made, maybe to give you some more ideas of how to draw a robot, or to show you some details that you could add to show what the robot's job is. Let's take a look. Alright everybody, so now I've got some drawings of my own that I would like to share with you before you guys get started on your own drawings. So first one I've got here is RoboChef 2.0. I thought it'd be fun to have a robot who could cook meals, prepare food for people that need help making meals. So this camera's got a camera. I added a little chef hat for fun, and it also has some robo claws with different kitchen utensils that it might need to help cook. It's got an oven. It's got a stove with a little saucepan on there. It's got a cutting board to help have a place to cut vegetables or other kinds of food. And it's got a serving tray down here with plates and bowls. So there's RoboChef 2.0. This next one, I knew what I wanted its job to be, but I wasn't sure what it should look like. So what I did this time, before I started drawing, I made a list of things that my robot would need. Its job, I decided, would be a robot that helps me make these art videos. So I gave it a microphone. I knew it needed a speaker. I also thought it should have a screen, internet access or Wi-Fi, a camera, both front-facing to see my face, and a document camera, which can see my drawings while I'm drawing. I wanted it to be small or compact, because I didn't want it to take up too much space in the classroom, and also when I need to work at home, like I'm doing this week, that I'm able to bring it home with me too. And I also thought it'd be cool that if it would be able to hover, so that I wouldn't have to find a perfect table for it to sit on while I was making my videos. So here's the drawing that I made after making my list. It's got the screen, microphone, some drone propellers to help it hover. Here's the antenna for internet access. It's got speakers, a camera, the document camera, and you can see I'm on the screen because I'm here recording a video. It's got a carrying case, so it just pops out of the box and can fly up. and I named it the Chiva 9000. So Chiva standing for Compact Hovering Instructional Video Automator, and 9000 just because it sounds more like a robot name. So that's that one. Making a list can sometimes help you with your ideas in art. And the next one, I like mowing my lawn, but sometimes I don't have a whole lot of time to do it. So I thought that for times where I don't really have much time to take care of my yard, it would be fun to have a robot to help me. So I've made the Robo Mower Deluxe. This one I knew I wanted it to be shaped like a lawnmower. It's got some wheels, the blades, got some eyes, like cameras that are shaped like eyes so I can see where it's going. I gave it a little smile just for fun. It's got weed whackers to help cut the weeds that are close to the house. It's got a garden hose, some garden shears, one that's bigger for tree branches and that can extend really tall so it can help cut tree branches. It's got a little another little robot claw so that I can move anything out of the way, like branches that are on the ground or rocks. And I added some buttons on the top for its different modes and functions. Right, so there's the Robo Mower, and I also had the Robo Chef, and then my video helper, the Chiva 9000. All right, so come up with that job that you would like your robot to do. Think of ways that you can show how it does its job, and then have a great time having fun making artwork. Let's go.